Geography, 6th chapter, Manufacturing Industries. In the previous 4 videos, we discussed what is manufacturing industry and how the manufacturing industry play an important role in the economic development of our country. Then we discussed what are the classifications of industries. In the second video, we discussed what is textile industry, what is the contribution of textile industry in the GDP of India, and next we discussed cotton textile industry and jute industry. Cotton textile industry we discussed in the third video. In fourth video we discussed jute industry and sugar industry. So from textile industry to sugar industry, that means second video to fourth video we discussed agro-based industries. Agro-based industries. Now we are going to see in this video, fifth video, we are going to discuss mineral-based industries. Already we know that what is the agro-based industries. Industries which use agricultural production as raw material is called agro-based industry. Now mineral-based industry, the industries which use minerals as their raw material and produce final goods, and also metals like copper, gold, iron, silver, and these industries. So mineral-based industries means the industries which produce goods based on the raw material or using of raw material, minerals as their main product. So this is a way that the industries are classified: agro-based industry and mineral-based industry. Now in this video we are going to discuss mineral-based industry. In this we are going to discuss only that iron and steel industry. Then we are going to discuss aluminum industry, then chemical industry, then what is called that fertilizers industries. In these 4 topics we are going to discuss in this video. Let us understand what is first we take iron and steel industry. Iron and steel industry is, you know that iron is a basic industry. Iron and steel industry is a basic industry. It is the basic industry Why it is called basic industry? Because most of the industries, that is whether it may be a heavy industry or what is called that medium industry or lightweight industry, whatever it is, all the industries depend on their production for machineries and goods and machineries and tools. Machineries and tools are produced from iron and steel. You know very well, most of the machineries are made of iron or steel. So the heavy industry or lightweight industry or medium industries that produce their material, their machineries, everything from iron and steel. Therefore, iron and steel industry is called basic industry. For manufacturing a variety of engineering goods like heavy vehicles like JCB or tractor or construction of building materials, then what is called that power looms, very big machineries, all the machineries are made of iron and steel. So iron and steel, the production and consumption of iron and steel is the index of the development of industries and economic of the country. So iron and steel, now you understand that iron and steel is a very basic industry, because most of the industries produce their machineries and heavy vehicles or tractor or very large bodies of good trains or train bodies or whatever it is, everything is made of iron and steel. So therefore it is a index, the using of production of iron and steel and consumption of iron and steel is the index of, that is it is a symbol of the development of the industries and economic development of the country. Therefore iron and steel industry is called basic industry. This because of all the raw materials and finished goods. The other industries are using the iron as a very important raw material, and they produce new goods or final goods need bulky iron and steel material. So therefore it is called basic industry. Next, facts and figures of steel industry. Facts and figures of iron and steel industry is nothing but it is how the iron and steel industry is iron and steel is produced. There is 4:2:1 ratio of iron ore. There is 4 tons of iron ore, 2 tons of coking coal, and 1 tons of limestone is put in the what is called the furnace, and the smelting and they get the 1 ton of is equal to, it's a tons of iron ore, coking coal, and 1 ton of limestone, equal to 1 ton of four is to 2:1 ton of iron ore and coking coal, and 1 ton of limestone is mixed in, or they are used to produce 1 ton of iron. So this is the way that iron is produced in the country, and India is third in the world. India ranked third in the world, according to 2018. India ranked third in the world in the production of crude or crude iron, and in 2006 2016 per capita consumption was 63 kg against 208 kg in the world. Students, please try to understand. According to 2016, India ranked third in the world in the production of crude oil, production and consumption. Production and consumption both in production and consumption, India is ranked third in the world. In 2016, per capita consumption was 63 kg against the 208. So 208 kg in the world per capita consumption is in the world. Now let us understand the process of manufacturing is iron and steel. Now let us understand how the iron and steel is produced in the industry, step by step. Step 1, step 2, step 3, 4 and 5. In the step 1, the raw material is dig out from the mining, that is iron ore is dig out and it is transported through the railway or roadways or even sometimes shipping. So in the step 2, it is in the blast furnace, the process is take place. Here the iron ore is melted, limestone is flexing, material is added. There is a limestone increase the melting process. It speed up the melting process, and slag is removed in this blast furnace. Slag is a waste material. There is unwanted particles will be removed from the iron ore. Then coke is burned to heat the ore. So coke process is it is used to burn the ore. And in the step 3, the pig iron, that is raw iron. Pig iron is don't mistake, it is a pig is a animal, not here that mean. Here it is a raw iron is a molten material. The pure material which is here melted, the pure metal, I mean the iron is poured into the molds. Molds is a particular shape, it will be there. So this poured into the molds called pig irons. And the step 4, the pig iron is further purified. Even though there are some unwanted particles will be mixed with the iron. So this once again it is refined, that is purified by melting. Once again it is getting melting and oxidizing. Impurities are removed, and to strengthen the iron, there is magnesium, nickel, chromium are added. So this is why in the 4th step the steel is making, and in the 4th step it is what type of it is rolling. It is like a rod shape rolling, pressing like a sheet. It is making. You know very well. It is what is called that malleable and ductility. So in this the rolling process, pressing and casting and forging means by beating with hammering. It is a hammer. The process is called hammering. So this is where the iron and steel is produced. Now let us understand the total finished steel. First 2010 to 11, it is 68%, sorry, 68.62 million tons. In 2011 to 12, it is 75.70 million tons. 2012 to 13, it is 81.68 million tons. And in 2013-14 is 87.67 million tons. In 2014-15 92.16 million tons. 2015-16 is 91 tons of iron is produced, steel is produced. 2016 to 17 is 101.3 million tons. So far in the year 2010 to 2017, how much of steel is produced in India? That is, this tabular column is telling that 68% in 2010 to 11 is 68.62 million tons of iron and steel is produced. 2011 to 12 is 75.70 million tons are produced. 2012 to 13 is 81.68% of 81.68 million tons of iron and steel is produced, and so on. So this is finally recently, 2016-17, this 101.30 million tons of iron and steel is produced. So it may be increased during the later years, that is after 2017, it may be increased to more than 102 or 3 or 4. So this is current fine steel is produced in India. Next is India. There are 10 integrated. Let us understand now how many industries are there, how they are working, whether it is smaller or large scale industries, and what is that it is private sector or public sector, that we are going to learn now. There are 10 integrated iron and steel industries. There are 10 integrated iron and steel industries are there in India. These are controlled by, it is divided into two sectors. The two sectors is public sector and private sector. The largest public sector is controlled by, that is Steel Authority of India Limited. Steel Authority of So it refers to S for steel, A for authority, I for India, L for limited. Like that, the private sector, largest private sector is TISCO. Already studied in 8th standard. That is Tata Iron and Steel Company. So TISCO is the largest private sector. The public sector is controlled by SAIL. SAIL is nothing but it is a Steel Authority of India Limited. Best example, nearby our Namakkal district, Salem district is located. In the Salem district, there is a big public sector, that is a SAIL. It is called as Salem Steel Authority of India Limited. It is also SAIL. So it is located in the outskirts of Salem town. That is on the highway of Salem to Bangalore highway. The steel plant is located. In and around Salem, there are smaller and minor iron and steel industries are engaged. Not only this sale in Salem, there is a smaller and minor iron and steel industries are functioning. These industries are producing the sponge iron from the scrap iron. You know what is called scrap iron? The unused or broken iron materials which is used in the home that we are giving to the people who are collecting the old iron. They are shouting on the street if there is any material, metal, iron or whatever it is, they will give money for us and they will take the broken iron material or any other material, aluminum, whatever it is. So that is called scrap iron. So from the scrap iron, the smaller and minor iron and steel industries in Salem, they are producing. Not only Salem, throughout India, there are many smaller and minor industries, iron and steel industries are working and they produce sponge iron. This sponge iron furnace is electric furnace. The previous one we discussed is how the 5 steps we saw that there it is limestone and coal is used for in the furnace for smelting, and here in the smaller iron and steel industries the electric is used for smelting the iron. Next is there is India. Where is located the iron and steel industries in India, majority that is located in the Chota Nagpur plateau. You know which states are around in this Chota Nagpur? It is called iron belt, iron ore belt. The Chota Nagpur plateau is called iron ore belt. That is the states like Chhattisgarh, then what's called that Odisha, West Bengal. In these states, the iron and steel, and also there is nearby coking coal also is available in this region. Therefore, iron and steel industry is established in this region, and also throughout the country. Even in Salem, also the iron and steel industry is working. Besides iron ore belt, it has the high grade raw material. The raw material is very important for any product. Here the iron ore raw material is found very huge quantity. Therefore, the iron and steel industries are located here. And one more reason, there is a labor, cheap labor is available and vast potential in the home market. That is nearby. There are so many iron and steel industries. They produce various finished goods in these industries. What are the problems faced by the iron and steel industries? Number one, high cost of coking coal. Erratic power supply. What's called erratic power supply? There is irregular of energy supply is there. So this is another important. Number one, it is a high cost coking coal. The second one is a erratic power supply. The smaller industries, smaller and minor iron industries are depend on electric power supplies. The power supply is not regular. This is one another reason for the important reason for the power supply, erratic power supply. And third one is competitors in the global level. Mainly that China until 1950s, both India and China produced the same quantity, but later on, after 60s, 70s and 80s, slowly China is increased year by year. It increased their production process, and they are leading producer of iron in the world, largest consumer and leading producer of iron and steel in the world. China is placed number 1, and India is positioned next to China, and there is but in the sponge iron, India is a leading producer. Now let us understand that through the bar graph, you will understand how China and India varying. This refers to India, this refers to China. Dear students, please understand this from 0 to 900 million tons in India, various years 2012 to 16. So in the year 2012, India produced only 77.3 million tons of iron and steel is produced, whereas China is produced 731 million tons. But until 1950s, in 1950s, both countries, India and China, they are producing equal, more or less same million tons of iron and steel is produced. Whereas in 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, India is less than 100 million ton, whereas China is produced 700, more than 700 and 800. This is the range that China is produced. Now let us understand how to improve or how to solve the problem of iron and steel production in India. Now let us understand the steps or measures to improve the production of iron and steel in India. Number one, liberalization. The government of India has adopted a liberalization policy, which attracts the liberalization policy attracts more foreign investment directly. So the foreign investment boost up the production of iron and steel in India. Funds are allotted search resources and development. With the idea of sustainable. Number 4, good network of transport and communication. So these are the 4 ways that government of India is taken for the production of iron and steel in India. Number 1, liberalization policy. The government of India invite more investors from foreign countries and they invest more money in India iron and steel production. Therefore, it boosted the iron and steel in India. Number third one is funds are allotted. Every budget, the government of India is allotted some amount of crores of dollars allotted for the development of iron and steel industrial production, and also they allotted money for new search of new resources and development with the idea of sustainable development. This is very important because nowadays there is a degrading the environment, so the government of India is very much interested, shows the interest on the development of sustainable development. And fourth way is the good network of transport and communication system. So these are ways that government of India is made measures to development of production or increase the production of iron and steel in India. Thank you for watching the video.